Hello, brilliant people. All right, so today we're going to go over lesson 2-7, solving proportions. All right, so first of all, what is a proportion? Well, a proportion is when two ratios, which is a fancy word for fractions, are equal. And I just happen to have two examples right here. 7/8 is a ratio, and it equals m/12, another ratio, and you see how they both look like fractions? Or the one over here, 4/3 equals 8/x. So these are proportions. So make sure that you have this written down, and we will revisit our two examples and learn how to solve them in just a moment. So just make sure that everything is copied down. All right, so let's look back at our two examples of proportions, and now we're going to actually solve those. So here's example one. It says 7/8 equals m/12. So I'm just going to do a run through on this one. So step number one is you're going to do cross multiplication. So I'm simply going to go 7 times the 12 and 8 times the m. And it's going to look like this. So there's my 8 times m equals 7 times 12. We do the little bit of math. And we get, there's my 8m, and 7 times 12 is 84. And at this point, it's just a one-step equation. That's a times 8, just divide by 8. Go on the other side, divide by 8. These two cancel out, the m falls down, put your equal sign, and then 8 actually does not go into 84. So I'm just going to put the 84 over the 8, but if you type that fraction into the calculator, it can be reduced to 21/2. So that would be your final answer. And yes, it's kind of weird to get a fraction as an answer for something that looks like it's already in a fraction, but it is possible. But go ahead, and that's what we're going to go with. Now we're going to go over example 2, except I'm not actually going to handwrite the steps that we'll be taking. So step number 1, cross multiplication. All right, so we have our cross multiplication. So again, 4 times the x equals, and we go 3 times 8. All right, so let's do that math. 3 times 8 is 24. All right, so we did step 1, we cross multiply, right? Well, at this point, we just have to divide. Because that's 4 times. So divide by 4, divide by 4. The x falls down. 24 divided by 4 is 6. So then this is your answer, x equals 6. So that's how we solve simple proportions. I'm going to show you some more difficult ones. So I'm going to get out of the way, take a moment to finish copying down all of these notes and these examples, and get ready for 2 more. So here are our next 2 examples. Just go ahead and copy down this one for a moment. 3/7 equals c plus 4/35. And now that that's copied down. So see how this one's different than the previous ones? It has 2 things in the top of one of the fractions. I have a c plus 4. But we're still going to do the exact same method. We're still going to do cross multiplication. So I'm still going to go 3 times 35. And I'll write that down over here. And then watch what I do. Before I do cross multiplication of the c plus 4 and the 7, I'm going to put the c plus 4 inside parentheses. That way, it makes that c plus 4 one item. So now I'm going to go 7 times that. And it should start looking familiar. That it looks like a distribution problem, right? So now I'm just going to quickly go through this one and we'll take more time on example 4. So I go 3 times 35. I get a, I get a whopping 105. I take my 7, times it by the c, I get 7c, and then 7 times 4, I get my 28. Now, unlike the previous ones, this is now a 2-step equation instead of a 1-step. So minus the 28, I get 77, drop down the 7c, divide by 7, divide by 7, and then c equals 11, or 11 equals c. So again, you have to know how to, distribute, and then that will set you up with a 2-step equation. So make sure that you have this all copied down, and we'll be doing example 4 in just a... All right, so take a moment, push pause, copy down the equation, and also copy down these 4 steps. So do that right now. Hit pause. Okay. So as you were writing those down, you hopefully kind of read through them. We have cross multiply, distribute, get the variables together, and then you basically have a 2-step equation. So first step, cross multiply. Now remember, in this one, I put the double terms inside parentheses to remind me that even though it looks like 2 things, it's actually just going to be 1. So we're going to treat it as one thing. So I'm going to put parentheses around these. So now when I go to cross multiply, I'm going to go 5 times that b plus 3 equals, and then here I cross multiply again, and I have 4 times, and I'm going to put the 4 first, and put b minus 8. Alright, so step 2, distribute, right? Our double rainbows, this always means times. So 5 times b, 5b. 5 times 3, 15. 4 times b, 4b. 4 times a negative 8. Treat a minus sign like a negative. So when you type it into the calculator, it should give you a negative 32. Then just make that negative sign from the calculator look like a minus. Now, step 3, get the variables together. But again, this should be a review of 2-4. So I'm going to get this b over to here. I'm going to put my street. The b is going to come over to his family. So minus 4b minus 4b. The negative 32 drops down. This 15 drops down. And then I put the family members together. 5 minus 4 is 1b. Remember, that was a plus 15. And now I just have a 2-step equation, and I'm going to solve. So I'm going to go minus the 15, minus the 15. The 1b falls down. And because these are both negatives, they're on the same team, we're going to add them up and get a negative 47. And then to get rid of that 1, just divide by 1, and b equals negative 47. Okay? Oh, it looks like you guys can't see that, so we'll just do this instead. Since this is a 1b, if I divide negative 47 by 1, it doesn't change. So this actually is my answer. If it was any other number, then you would have to divide by 2 or 3. But since that was a 1, we can just get rid of it. b equals negative 47. So make sure to hit pause maybe right now, get this stuff written down, and make sure you have a math-tastic day.